Hey everybody, in this video I'll show you how to play Personality Crisis by the New York Dolls off the self-titled record. I actually can't believe it's taken me this long to make this video. It's like one of my favorite New York Dolls songs. I just realized I hadn't done it yet. The song is in standard tuning, and if you have a quick second, remember to like and subscribe. That way you'll be notified when I post new content like this. I post videos several times a week, and here we go. All right, so the equipment I'm using for this video is my Fender Twin Reverb 65 reissue amp, and I'm using a Boss DS1 distortion pedal. There's a link in the description where you can buy the Boss DS1 distortion pedal. If you buy it off the Amazon link below, I get a small commission, which helps support the channel. All right, so the song is pretty simple. It's basically just one pattern that repeats throughout the song, with Johnny Thunders kind of doing a little different improv over the different sections. So we're gonna start off with the intro that goes like this. So we're just basically going to do these rock and roll kind of accents, and we're going to start off with a two-note C power chord. So index finger rooted at the 3rd fret of the A string, and ring finger at the 5th fret of the D string. And then we're going to accent with our pinky at the 7th fret. And so the rhythm kind of goes like this. And then we're going to just move up 2 frets to the D. And we're going to play basically the same thing, a little different rhythm, just with our index finger rooted at the 5th fret. And then we're going to move down to the G power chord, same thing, 2-note power chord, and we're going to use our pinky finger to accent at the 7th fret. So slowly. And I like to use alternate picking on this. You don't have to. You can use all down picks. It's probably slow enough that you could do that comfortably. Just helps with my rhythm a little bit. So. And so that's basically the chord progression throughout the song. And so then Johnny Thunders plays this kind of lead part that goes like this. So basically for this lead, Johnny Thunders is going to play these kind of Chuck Berry style bends. We're going to bridge our index finger across the 8th fret of the B and E, and then we're going to push with our ring finger at the 10th fret of the G. So. And so basically this is the C position. So our root is a C, 8th fret of the low E, which is the same as the 8th fret of the high E. So that's a C, which we're playing over a C power chord. So we're gonna go. And then when the rhythm moves up to the D, we're gonna move up to the 10th fret and do a similar pattern, which is also a D. So. And then we're going to end with a G up here. So instead of the G down here, we're going to play a G here, which is like a 3-note power chord, index finger rooted at the 10th fret of the A string, and ring finger bridged across the 12th fret of the D and G. Or you can play it with your ring and pinky. So far we have... So he's going to hold that note, and then he's going to do this little accent part. So we're basically just doing a hammer-on from the 10th to the 12th fret of the A string, then going to the 10th fret of the D string, and then sliding up. So we hold this G, and then we do the accent. And he might hit like the 10th fret on the G string when he does that slide up. And he might also hit some other strings. Again, it's Johnny Thunders, so it's not like supposed to be played like precisely perfect. A little loose actually sounds pretty cool. And then we're just going to kind of repeat. So we're just going to hold that C power chord. This time it's like a 3-note power chord, so index finger rooted at the 3rd fret of the A, and then ring finger bridged across the 5th fret of the D and G. Then move up 2 frets to the D, and then back to that G at the 10th fret. And then this time through, he's just going to kind of strum it. And then we're going to go back into a similar bend lead. And end with that G again. So then it goes into the verse, and Johnny's going to just start off at that G again. And he plays it like twice, holding it. And then he does an accent that's similar to the accent that he did at the intro, but it goes like this. And he does a lot of different versions of this throughout the song. So you can kind of listen. He kind of accents like what David Johansen's doing vocally. Like he'll kind of change up the rhythm. So instead of going, he'll go like based on the vocal pattern, and different versions. So kind of listen to the song, and but it's that same spot. So all we're doing is we're bridging our index finger across the 10th fret of the A and D, and then we're going to hammer on at the 12th fret of the A. And then we're going to hit the 10th fret at the D and G strings with our index finger. So. And then a lot of times he'll slide up or down at the end. So then he goes back to, then back to the G. So then I think it's the 3rd time through, Johnny Thunders is going to do a different fill in that spot instead of that at the 10th fret. He's going to do this bend at the 3rd fret. So index finger at the 3rd fret of the B, and ring finger bending up a unison bend at the 5th fret of the G. And so he does these at the chorus when David Johansen says personality crisis. A lot of times he switches to this lead. So it basically goes. So we're doing the unison bend, and then we're kind of gradually dropping that 5th fret of the bend down. And then when we get down to like the normal position, we're just gonna stop playing the 3rd fret of the B and only focus on the G. So right there, we're playing both strings all the way up until we get the string bent all the way back down. So. And then we go normal position on the 5th fret, and then vibrato at the 3rd fret of the G. So slowly it sounds like. And then the other variation that Johnny Thunders is going to play during the chorus is so he'll usually lead into that fill with just that C and D chord. And that's like the first time through the chorus. And then the next time through, he'll go back into those bends we played in the beginning. And he'll play different variations at that 3rd fret position, but most of the time it's like that. Or something like. So you can just kind of listen to it, and it's usually kind of either one of those two, the one where we drop the string down, or the one where we just kind of hit that bend over and over again. And you don't really have to worry about like hitting those unison bends like right on. Like it's kind of cool the way Johnny plays it. It's like they're kind of out of tune, and sometimes they go a little high or a little low, but that's just kind of his style. So that's basically it for the song. It just kind of repeats those parts with those different kind of Johnny Thunders fills that I already showed you before. So listen to the record to see exactly where he's playing which one. And then also I just want to kind of note what Sylvain's doing. So I'm going to use just kind of a clean tone because his guitar's a lot cleaner than Johnny Thunders. It's kind of buried in the mix, so it's real hard to hear. But he plays the rhythm parts kind of like this. So basically what we're doing is we're just playing that same C, D, G chord progression. He's going to play like a C major chord. And And then he's just going to accent with his pinky on the B string, like in this example at the 6th fret. So. And then do the same thing with the D chord, so move up to the 5th fret. So just a little different rhythm. So. And then we're going to go back to that G. It sounds like he's kind of playing a G major chord. And you might add that accent, so. I think Sylvain's guitar playing is often overlooked in New York Dolls because Johnny Thunders was so influential. But he's really kind of holding down the rhythm and playing off of what Johnny Thunders does in a really nice way, so they complement each other very well. So that's it for this one. I hope you liked the video. Remember to like and subscribe. That way you get notified when I post new content. I post new videos like this a couple times a week. And also check out my website, ScottO'BrienGuitar.com. I have the tab for this song as well as hundreds of other punk rock and grunge songs up there. And I'll see you guys next time.